Shiraaz Mohamed could be coming home soon. The South African photographer has apparently escaped from his captors in Syria. Mohamed was abducted back in January of 2017 while in Syria to photograph and report on the suffering of the Syrian people. Details around his escape are still unclear. But gift of the givers, Imtiaz Suleiman, joins us now from our Durban studios with an update. Thank you so much, Imtiaz, and welcome to the rundown. Let's firstly just clear up, some of the uncertainty around Shiraaz Mohamed. Did he escape or was he freed?
Good afternoon, Timelo. He escaped. We got a call on Saturday afternoon from people who found Shiraaz in inverted commas. And they said, look, we have this guy Shiraaz Mohamed with us. We know that you guys were involved in the case. So we said, yes, that's true, but we're not involved anymore. But by the way, how did you get him? So they said he escaped. They gave us full details of where he went, how he went to the gullies, the back roads, how he avoided the main roads, how he landed up in the area. I can't give you the details of those areas for certain reasons. And he said, look, we found him and we decided we wanted to help him because we were very aware of him disappearing in Syria and because of the high publicity we had created around his disappearance since January 2017. And then I said, okay, if you don't mind, although we're not involved, we need to confirm that you indeed do have Shiraaz and not somebody else.
Right.
Because many people have been taken hostage in Syria, and we need to pass it on to his family. And immediately they sent us a picture to say, this is the picture. And we said, yes, this is Shiraaz Mohamed.
No. And where is he now at this very moment, Imtiaz?
Well, they called us back at 11 o'clock the same evening and sent us another picture and said, look, this picture is taken in the dark. We've handed him, we've taken this picture just before we took him across the border. He is now in the hands of Turkish intelligence. And we can verify that from other sources on the ground. Again, I can't give details, but we already knew on Saturday through many sources that he was taken across to Turkish intelligence into safe hands, and that's the best thing they could do for him.
Has the family been in contact with Shiraaz since he escaped?
I don't know, I'm not sure. I just sent a message to the family. On the same night when we got the two pictures, I sent the family, the pictures to the family to say this is the information we have, that Shiraaz is safe, he's out of the country, he's free, and that we're informing DIRCO about what has happened. And it is now, and of course I sent DIRCO to the Minister Pando and Consular Services and other departments in DIRCO at midnight on Saturday, send them the messages, and it was up to DIRCO to then deal with the Turkish government to find out where exactly Shiraaz is being held. But we know for sure he's with Turkish intelligence.
Now, ENC has tried to get a hold of DIRCO to get confirmation about Shiraaz's whereabouts, and they are not talking at this moment. But if you have made contact with DIRCO, have you received any response, any comment, any interaction whatsoever from the department as to perhaps the interaction with Shiraaz or the Turkish authorities?
Look, DIRCO generally respond in that way. They will just tell you, thank you for the information, we are working on it, we'll get in touch kind of issue. You don't get more details from DIRCO. That's how they always operate. But from my past experience, if you take Stephen McGowan and you take Yolandi Koki, they do what's necessary to be done. In the case of Yolandi Koki, when we informed them on 10 January 2014 that Yolandi is released, they did whatever was necessary, and on Monday, just 3 days later, Yolandi Koki was back home. In this case also, the Turkish government is very willing to send back any foreigners that come out of Syria for whatever reason. And it shouldn't be a problem to get those arrangements done very quickly. All they need to do is to arrange a travel document for Shiraaz. His passport is probably destroyed, confiscated, or expired. He probably has no visa. Well, the visa expires after 1 month, obviously. So all they have to do is arrange papers from the South African embassy in Turkey, get him a flight, put him on a plane, and send him back home. This process shouldn't take more than 3 days.
All right, then. Well, Imtiaz Suleiman from the Gift of the Givers, thank you so much for this update on Shiraaz Mohamed, who was abducted, kidnapped in Syria, and now reports coming in that he has escaped and is in the hands of Turkish authorities. Well, let's come back home.